coffee before I start on my regime, and as you can tell, I've got a little stalker. Hi, Clyde. What are you doing, buddy? Hi. Hi. Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about my skincare routine. I tried doing this video about 2 months ago, and for some reason YouTube took it off. I had it up for 24 hours and they took it off, and I can't figure out why. I didn't have weird music in it that I wasn't allowed, and I don't know, it just suddenly just disappeared, and I didn't save any of my video clips. So I am doing a new one today. Today. Excuse me. I'm trying to get over the flu. I've been sick, seriously, for the last 2 months. I cannot get rid of this stupid cold, or whatever you want to call it, bronchitis. I've been coughing my lungs out, losing my voice. Hence the reason why I'm gonna keep a little hot coffee to kind of keep my throat a little loose. So if I sound a little hoarser or deeper today, it's because I'm still trying to get over this damn cold, and it is kicking my ass. All right, let's get started. I have an amazing friend, Jonnie, who works at Kensington Aesthetics here in Idaho Falls, and she turned me onto a new skincare line called Obagi, and it's a Nu-Derm kind of system. I'm sure many of you have heard about Nu-Derm. Amazing. Well, she has been trying to talk me into this for probably a year and a half, and I'm like, no, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. But every time I would see her, I would complain about how dry my face was, how uneven my skin tone was, how deeper the lines and wrinkles in my face were starting to become, as well as just my age spots and sunspots were becoming more prominent. And I was just kind of at I just felt blah. It didn't matter how much coconut oil I would try to use or how much I would try to wash my face. I was still also dealing with some adult acne, which, come to find out, a lot of it had to do with my hormones. And I will actually list a link below on a video that I've talked about on my hormones recently to keep you guys updated on that. So as of today, I've been on Obagi for 6 months, and it has made a world of difference. It is definitely worth the money. It's hard to say that because I am a frugalista, and anytime I can find a cheap or great deal, I'm all about it. And spending several $100s on skincare just seemed completely insane to me. But I was also getting to a point where I just didn't feel, I couldn't even put on makeup. I would try to put on foundation, and because of my dryness and scaly patches and whatnot, I couldn't wear makeup. It looked so flaky and so nasty. It didn't matter what kind of foundation I tried, didn't matter how much I tried to hydrate my skin, nothing worked. So I kind of was makeupless for years until I started using Obagi. I also dealt with, not only do I have uneven skin tone and age spots and whatnot, I was also dealing with, it's called a mustache, but it's not a hairy mustache. Don't get me wrong there. But every time I would try going tanning, spray tanning, not in the tanning bed I noticed it too, which I haven't done in years. But when I would try to spray tan, or even just going outside and gardening for an hour, and even though I would put sunscreen on, this part of my upper lip, seriously all the way over, would get prominently dark. It literally looked like I had a mustache. There was one time where I was trying to hide it with makeup, and the day my husband actually spoke up and said, Steph, what's going on there? And I literally just wanted to cry. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't deal with pregnancy masks when I was pregnant with my kiddos. It was only probably in the last 2 or 3 years that I started noticing my skin pigment was getting darker above my lips. And it was getting really bad, and it started to really annoy me. And even though we would try to spray tan it and put tons of lotion on my upper lip so that the pigment wouldn't settle there, it still ended up being darker every time. I was just plagued with it. So Jonnie said, if you start this Obagi system, the skincare line, it will probably get rid of that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because there's a bleaching system in that stuff, and it helps kind of even out your skin tone, get rid of the age spots, and can get rid of any weird skin tones. Well, that was one of them. It works. It It so works. Okay, so I'm gonna just go through this really quickly because I don't want this to be like a lengthy video of how you should do your skincare. This is just what I do, what I'm on, what I've been on, and what I've experienced in the last 6 months with it. Okay. So this is like what the box looks like. It comes in like a big old thing. So it's the Obagi Nu-Derm system, and I got the normal to dry face. And I don't know if the light coming through my window is too bright that you can't read that, but so yay. It's a couple $100. I want to say it's like right around, probably for the whole entire system, like all 7 bottles and plus your Retina A, you're probably looking at, I think, around like $350, maybe $400 is what it all costs. Now, when you start this, you're gonna be doing these things like every day, some of them twice a day, so you will go through them much faster than some. And what's nice is you don't have to buy a whole new box and replace it because you ran out of one thing before everything else. You can just go back in, like I just go and see Jonnie at Kensington, and she just replaces the one that I need and gives me the bottle, and I just go home and good to go. You can also find this whole line also on Amazon.com. I am a little leery of sending people to Amazon.com just because you never know who you're really getting it through. I would rather see you go to a local esthetician like my friend Jonnie here in Idaho Falls and see if they've got the Obagi skincare products, and more than likely you're getting the real deal. That's just my preference and my opinion. So I'm gonna start off with the first one that you start with, and you do this every morning and night, is your cleanser. Of course, you gotta wash your face. You gotta wash off all the gunk from the night before, and you gotta wash off all the makeup, or, you know, whichever, clean your face. The next one is a toner. So this is a lot like your witch hazel, or you know, like your toners at the store. Just be careful, because if you're buying toners or witch hazel at the store, a lot of times they add a lot of weird chemicals to them. So, and this has lasted me for like ever. Like this one probably lasted me a good 3 months because I use it every day, every morning and night, so twice a day. Your toner, I actually stick it in a travel size little spray bottle. Lasts 10 times longer because I'm not putting it on a cotton ball and wasting a bunch of product. You just lightly spray your face. So this sucker right here probably lasted me a good, I just replaced it, so 5 months, which was super nice. My third one is called the Clear, and the first like 4 months I use this every morning and every night, and it's a skin bleaching and correcting cream. So this is going to go in and help even out your skin tone, get rid of any blemishes, any age spots, sunspots. The one thing that's kind of crazy about this is the first few months, nobody else noticed it, like not even my husband, but I noticed it, is my certain age spots and sunspots got kind of darker for a while before it started to fade. And the way my friend Jonnie explained it to me is this skin correcting cream is going in and it's kind of bringing the pigment up to the surface, and then the rest of the stuff is like sloughing it off. So it's gonna kind of get a little bit darker before it starts to fade. No one else noticed it, I just did, and that's just because we are our own worst critics, and I'm always looking at my face like with a microscope. So I was able to notice it, but it's not so noticeable that other people are gonna notice it, if that makes sense. The next one, number 4, is my Exfoderm, and this is a skin smoothing lotion, aka an exfoliant, but it's like a lotion. There's no granules in it, there's no roughness to it. It's just a lotion that I put on in the morning after my 1, 2, 3, and what it does is it lightly exfoliates your skin throughout the day. So it's kind of sloughing off those extra layers, because what I'm going to next is number 5. Number 5 is your blender, and you're gonna blend it with your Retina A, which has to be doctor prescribed. Now, I would mix these two together, number 5 and this, very, very little. Like, this thing's gonna last me for a good year, because you just use like a smidgen. Like, it's very... This, I have had for the full 6 months, and I'm still using it. I'm on the dry, it's getting kind of low, I can feel it, and I need to refill it probably in the next week or 2. So, but I use this every night, so only once a day. It's lasted me a good 6 months. My Exfoderm, I think I replaced it just a month ago. So this one lasted me for about a good 4 or 5 months, but also I was just using it once a day. And this clear one, I replaced it after 3 months, but it's lasting me 10 times longer because now I've hit another 3-month mark, but there's still a ton of this bottle because I'm on a maintenance plan. I'll explain that a little bit at the end of this video. Number 5, when you mix these two together, you put it on at night. So this Exfoderm is pretty much, when you put it on morning, is gonna be taking all of this stuff off, because this is like cardio for your skin and turning over all your skin cells, bringing up new ones much faster than what your body naturally can do, so that your face feels like butter. Literally, the first few months, I went through a reactive phase, is what Jonnie called it. And what it is all this gunk that is just layers and layers and layers deep in your skin is gonna start coming out. So the first few months I looked a little rough. I had breakouts like crazy. My patches of dryness was worse, and I was flaking everywhere, and I'd have to take a dry washcloth and try to like kind of rub it off. It was a little scary the first couple months, but that's normal because it's trying to turn over all of these dead skin cells that just built up and built up and built up over years and years of sun exposure and just aging and makeup and just gunk in general. And so it's got to get rid of that stuff. So depending on how bad your face is will determine how bad your reactive face is. But stick with it, because if you stick with it, then oh my gosh, you've got like this new face, and your face, seriously, I can't explain it. I don't deal with dryness anymore. My face literally feels like butter. When I put foundation on now, my foundation literally just glides on. Like, it's just, my face just feels perfect. I can't even explain it to you guys. Like, even the texture of my skin is so different. It's like a baby's bottom. I just want to slap it and pinch it, and no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so that is my 1 through 5. And then your last one, of course, is your lotion, your hydrate. You put that on every morning and every night. I go through this about every 3 months because you're using it twice a day. And I even bring it all the way down to my neck and my chest area as well. And this stuff has been night and day. I tried for years using coconut oil and all these fancy like hydration creams. Nothing touched my dryness. I would have flaky patches, scaly patches, nothing touched it until I started using this. I'm not kidding you guys. I would not try pushing something on you guys knowing like it didn't work. And I'm not actually affiliated with anyone. I've just had a lot of people that have recently asked me like, oh my gosh, what have you been doing with your skin? You look amazing, you look younger, like your lines aren't as harsh. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, you wanna know what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. And then the last one comes with a sunscreen. I have actually not touched this. It's been sitting in here for 6 months because I already had some SPF facial like BB cream that I have been using for the last 6 months, and it works great over the top of my lotion. Every morning that I put on it, I just put a light layer, and the stuff I have is a BB cream with an SPF in it, so it's kind of got like that, a little bit of color tone to it. So even on the days I don't want to wear makeup, it still has that, you know, kind of evens some things out a little bit for me. But other than that, that is my whole skincare line that I use. I will be using it for years to come unless they like suddenly discontinue it for some crazy reason. And then I may become like one of those hoarders and like when the Twinkies went out kind of thing and just like buy as much as I can. I'm just kidding because I couldn't afford that. But so worth the money. I recommend this for anybody and everybody, especially those that may have even scars from acne in their younger years. This will fix it. Well, not fix it, but it'll help it. It'll rejuvenate your skin, turn over dead skin cells. Love, love, love. So if you guys have any questions for me about my skincare and things that maybe you've come across that you have loved, that you want to share with other people, let me know. Comment below my video. I would love to hear from you guys, and maybe you had some great experiences with the same skincare line. that should do it, I think. I may do another video update like in another 6 months to see what my face looks like in a year. I have been dealing with hormone issues that have been making me break out along my jawline and my mouth, and I should still be breaking out because my hormones are still so jacked up. But using this has actually like 100% made it better, and I don't know how. And I've been eating like crap because, you know, it's been like Halloween and I ate Halloween candy, and usually chocolate breaks me out. No breakouts. No breakouts. I love it. So anyways, thanks you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Let me know if you got any questions, comment below, and I will see you guys later.